let's get straight to business, man. We got the Fansly situation. We talked about this a while back when it was first announced. Right, we remember. I think it was in May or June. OffKai announced one of their biggest sponsors, and it is their biggest sponsor. Phase Connect was originally supposed to be that big sponsor until Phase Connect decided to pull out, and Fansly most definitely swooped in there and filled that gaping hole that Phase Connect left. And whatever. You feel how you want to feel about the whole 18 plus content has always been around at these conventions, whether it be doujinshis, lewd, 18 plus. We're not strangers to the 18 plus stuff. If you've been in the anime related scene, I'm hesitant to call it a community, but it's definitely not something that is very strange to see. But normally, when you have this sort of 18 plus shit, it's usually like curtained off. There's probably like a security guard there making sure that ain't no little rascals getting in there to see the boobies. Usually it's reserved for like after hours. You don't want children to potentially be exposed to the titties, right? Well, Fansly is right smack dab in the middle of the convention. They're chilling in, I believe it's the exhibitor hall, if I'm not mistaken. So that means that any Oshkosh Bagosh wearing ass kid can just walk up and be exposed to So that's great. It's always good. So let's get straight into it, man.
Hey, what's up, guys?
I don't got much to say. It's not dilly dally.
We'll be talking about the
Showing
very
the road
situation involving the VTuber convention OffKai Expo. Now, this convention has been mired in controversy in the past for blacklisting creators like Kirsha over wrongthink. However, with this year's convention,
ain't no way. But dude, OffKai is like the TwitchCon of the VTubing scene. like every fucking year, it's like hoping that there's not gonna be some sort of fault transpiring at TwitchCon. It's basically guaranteed. OffKai is basically guaranteed to have some sort of controversy every year. We had the Kirsha stuff. We had the conspiracy theories about employees of OffKai potentially sabotaging Phase Connect concert. Despite the fact that Phase Connect is one of their biggest fucking sponsors. And now you have this whole situation with that
are very problematic in their own right and hypocritical, as we'll see later on in this video. But this year's convention is mainly mired in controversy because there is adult content being featured in open spaces of the convention, where minors as young as 13 are allowed to walk around freely.
Yep, I remember that chat. Y'all remember? It was Kirsha. Kirsha brought that to the attention of the masses. I think she posted like a screenshot of their FAQ, if I'm not misremembering. And yeah, 13 to 17-year-olds can be running around OffKai, and they don't necessarily need a parent present, as long as they have a nice little consent form, basically signed by their parents. They can just run around OffKai, be little assholes.
Now, adult content being present at a VTuber anime-related convention is nothing surprising, but typically those sorts of areas are walled off and they require some form of ID or verification to get in. But with OffKai Expo, those as young as 13 can enter those areas, and that is the main concern.
It's a little bit of an issue. You know, it's like I said on Twitter, man. Gotta get them young whippersnappers hooked on the stuff somehow.
May, there was an announcement from OffKai announcing that one of their biggest...
Yep, and that shit was absolute... That whole situation was crazy, man. Like, that right there kicked off an entire civil war of, like, you know, it was the civil war of, you know, people that don't want children to be exposed to that shit versus, all of the
sponsors is Fansly, which of course is a platform that hosts adult content, and people were immediately annoyed by the fact this...
They saw what OnlyFans was doing is like, hey, I can do that.
Sort of sponsor is featured at a convention like this, but there's a much more serious concern, as pointed out in replies like this, saying kids walk around during the day. Surely this is not being done while kids are around,
savvy
correct?
As always.
Surely we're really not going to put adult content in front of children.
Savvy was going crazy when this shit popped off as well.
Right?
Everybody was going crazy, man. Like, yeah, we had a lot of bangers. A lot of bangers. You had the, like, whole V-bimbo bitches stuff as well. Like, it's fucking crazy, man.
Well, unfortunately, that's exactly what's happening. As you can see from the layout of the, main hall, the expedition hall here. You can see Fansly right smack dab in the middle of everything.
Right in the middle. Right. It's the biggest event of it all.
And what makes this very disturbing
very
is
important,
the fact that minors as young as 13 are allowed in this portion of the convention as long as they have a parent with them, or
any little retard can go up and scan that fancy little QR code they had on display.
They have a minor consent form filled out.
Which is insane, by the way. Absolutely insane. I don't know if this is a hot take or not, chat, but I feel like children just probably shouldn't be at conventions in general. I feel like that's just a bad idea. I feel like that's just a recipe for disaster. I feel like I feel like that's just not a good idea, man.
Only in California, ladies.
Yeah. California stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, is something like this allowed to exist? Now, of course, this whole problem could be avoided by simply banning minors from this convention. I mean,
it's that fucking simple, chat. It is literally that fucking simple. It's like, it literally, I'm pretty sure I tweeted this. I don't remember if I tweeted it or if I saw somebody else tweet it and I, like, reposted it or something. But if they want to spare themselves the headache, like, if they wanted to spare themselves the headache, if they actually gave a single micro shit about this, all they would have to do is change their rules to say, hey, this is an 18+ event. No little retards allowed. That or tell Fansly that they have to, like, be curtained off. They gotta get their own little private corner. Have, like some sort of security guard there to make sure everybody's adult that's going in there. But again, they're not going to do that. They don't want it because Fansly is their biggest sponsor, 100%. I guarantee. I don't know the numbers, but I guarantee that Fansly is their biggest sponsor for this year. That's why they're like right smack in the middle of the con there, right? That's why they're getting promoted. It's because they're the biggest sponsor. And obviously, the biggest sponsor isn't going to be like, they're not going to want to be tucked away somewhere where you're not going to be able to see them. Right? They want to be where everybody's going to see. They want to be where they're going to be where they're going to get the most traffic. Right? They want the most amount of eyes on them, right? That advertisement.
Why wouldn't they just do that in the first place?
And if they just made it an 18+ convention, nobody would give a shit. But because it's not an 18+ convention, well, people give a shit. And you probably should have that tucked off in some corner with some curtains. Security guard there, right?
Instead, they're allowing minors with these exceptions to walk around the convention and be exposed to adult content. And as we enter the final day of OffKai Expo 2026, the very apparent reality involving this convention has become true. You can see Fansly promoting their booth saying, OffKai is open. If you're a creator, come collect your free swag bag before they're gone.
Oh, a free swag bag. Don't mind if I do.
If you're not a creator, come say hi anyway. We don't bite. Your favorite VTuber is probably at our booth today.
You know, to be fair, probably not wrong. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, every large indie VTuber has a Fansly. I mean, we know why, but you know, it's just crazy to me. It's just crazy to me. It's
come verify that for yourself, and of course, people are just again.
Well, I would. I mean, OffKai isn't that far away from me. I think it's like I want to say like maybe an hour away. Yeah, I think it's like an hour away. Yeah, I mean, OffKai isn't that far from me, so I would, but you know, I don't want to give you guys money. That's the problem.
Not very enthused to see this sort of platform being a featured sponsor of this event. But as people are going around the convention, they are seeing that this booth is front and center at the Expedition Hall, which again is open for minors as young as 13. And things would get even more troubling, as pointed out in this tweet, where there is a QR code you can scan with no account required whatsoever, no verification, no.
I saw the clip of you know, them scrolling through the content on display when you scan the QR code. It's you know, not very Christian content. Let's just put it that way. You know, not exactly family entertainment, you know.
Vetting process whatsoever that opens up some of the related VTubers at this convention, and obviously
it ain't no Disney. It ain't no Disney kids movie. I'll tell you that.
Through the various links and videos provided, but of course, to give you a very brief and censored description.
Yes, because you definitely cannot play that. You cannot show it on YouTube 100%.
What we're looking at, you have one VTuber with stuff on her face.
Yeah, just you know, just a little casual facial
describing
little casual stuff.
Self-pleasure.
Yep, man.
Another one basically doing a striptease. Another one doing a job. ASMR, and
my favorite type of job.
Also, many other lewd content, including real life content.
Yep.
Not just VTubers, but all of this stuff, obviously extremely not safe for work.
A little bit. Probably, you know, can't exactly say that I would show my boss this, but you know.
Which again is something you can access.
Some would say that this is real, honest work. But to be honest, I think I'd rather you be like, I don't know, a drug lord or something. I would have more respect for you if you did that.
As young as 13, walking through this convention.
I know, and it's crazy, by the way. You can literally scan that QR code, no account, and just be exposed to this fucking content. That's fucking bonkers.
And with no account required,
it's
no
cuckoo crazy, as the young whippersnappers say.
Again, this stuff is not too surprising at a VTuber anime-related convention, but the fact that it's so accessible to minors is the problem. All this could have been avoided if they just made the convention itself 18+, or
that easy, gamers.
They restricted access to this booth to the yabai market, which is 18+. They could have just done that, but instead...
But I mean, again, Fansly is their biggest sponsor. It 100% is their biggest sponsor. And Fansly, being the biggest sponsor, is not going to be... They're not going to want to be, hidden away, right? They're not going to be very accepting of being tucked away somewhere.
They're allowing it in the Expedition Hall. And, of course, you think back to these sort of standards OffKai Expo has, and it goes back to Kirsha. Kirsha was supposed to be a featured guest with a panel at OffKai Expo a few years ago, and I covered this in a video back then, but she was blacklisted.
Yep, I remember that.
She lost her panel, although they allowed her to...
This was before I was talking about drama!
Also, buy a ticket, but
this was when I was still a good little boy.
Guest, which is incredibly greedy and ridiculous. But she was banned over wrongthink, where after twisting the arm of some of the people behind this convention, they revealed that basically some of her tweets were a little too problematic, a little too wrong,
a little too spicy.
And I remember one of the examples that they
it wasn't one of the examples her pronouns on Discord being like Burger Queen or something like that.
Right here was her labeling her Discord pronouns as Burger Queen.
Like, how much of a little baby back sensitive bitch do you have? There's some TOGAF definitely complained about that.
Mocking the fact that Discord is...
That or it was some, liberal progressive whitey.
Trying to force pronouns into people's bios.
Yummy!
But then we have all this nonsense involving this year's convention.
Yep.
Featuring VTubers like Kawaii Grin here, who had this to say. Meet and greet tomorrow at 1 p.m. But I'm in the Fansly booth all day today if you want to say hello. Ovulating, by the way, which is a ridiculous and insane thing to say.
It's so good. It's so fucking good, man. I wish somebody would have done like some Matan level trolling. I wish somebody would have done like some Matan trolling shit. Go to the go to the fucking booth and just make the as uncomfortable as humanly possible.
Before not only doing a meet and greet as a VTuber, but doing it not even as a VTuber, but in the flesh.
I hate this shit. I hate this shit so fucking much. This right here is literal proof that all of the failed e-girls turned to VTubing to capitalize on the popularity of the medium. This right here is... I hate this flesh posting bullshit so goddamn much. It is so fucking obnoxious. I fucking hate it. It just pisses me off. It is so fucking annoying.
Like,
good lord.
Is this what we're doing? Like, yeah, this all...
It's like, God, just fuck off and be a else, bro. Shit!
Already annoys a lot of people, but then this is the focus. But when I looked at this account, I was like, this looks really familiar. And of course, it's because, well, I made a video about this VTuber a couple of years ago. You can see the title, Hypocritical VTuber Risks Career, Slandering Body Pillow Company. So here's the context, a little trip down memory lane.
I remember this one.
They called out a company called Cuddly Octopus. They're one of many to fall into this.
Yeah, I think I remember this. Yes,
Same
Cuddly
Octopus.
Behavior,
yes, by the way. Cuddly Octopus sells body pillows for VTubers. Kawaii.
I am familiar with Cuddly Octopus.
Grin decided to make a public post calling them out.
I don't remember what this retard said, but I definitely do remember some drama surrounding Cuddly Octopus.
And just outright slandering them, saying that they're selling literal CP.
Oh, shit!
Because they believe some of the characters depicted were underage and being depicted in not safe for work situations.
Okay.
And we're people who disagreed with this notion. Now,
so how are you going to be and got a double whammy there? Shit.
Reminder, this is back in 2023 when likes were still public on Twitter.
Ruh-roh, Raggy!
And wow, what a better era. Things were so much...
Dude, that Elon needs to make likes public again. Elon needs to make likes public again. Because having your likes be public was absolutely legendary stuff, man. It was fucking legendary. It was... that truly a fucking era, man. Truly a peak era. There was no funnier show of hypocrisy than some retard bitching and moaning about, like, you know, problematic... You look at their likes, and what the fuck do you find in their likes? Truly a fucking era.
Much more fun back then when you could just scroll through the publicly listed likes of all these people virtue signaling about fictional content.
We need to go back,
and immediately expose them as massive hypocrites consuming the exact same content they're trying to slander people over on Twitter. But anyways, I tried to warn them, right, when they initially made their call-out post, which of course is now deleted. I said, your likes are public, like, come on, LMAO, but they did not listen, so I went...
They never do, Rev. They never do.
...forward with a video, not just because of the tweet, but because of a subsequent stream where she would crash out, call me out by name, mock me as basically irrelevance, and try to excuse her behavior because A, she doesn't know anything about anime and manga.
Again. But, like, literally what I fucking said. These fucking e-girl are just piggybacking on a popular medium that they don't know anything about. It's so fucking annoying. I rue the day VTubing became popular.
And B,
like, holy shit, man. Can we go back to the era where we were getting bullied for liking anime and VTuber? I prefer that era. I prefer that era before this shit went mainstream. Like, good lord.
One character that she was unfortunately caught with in her likes, which is a outright lie. So I want to watch a small portion of this video with you guys because it's really a great trip down memory lane, and it shows not only the hypocrisy of this VTuber, but as someone who slanders companies in the past, somehow getting to work with OffKai Expo when that same...
It's insane. These motherfuckers really do be failing upwards.
...convention banned Kirsha over wrong thing, including jokes about pronouns, but let's get right into it.
Well, obviously you can't joke about pronouns, you bigot!
Rev, what do you have to say?
Yeah, like some people who are like open lolly lovers or open people who like lewd lollies or are like pedos, basically.
Like you, by your own standards.
Like, bro, your likes are public. Your likes are public.
They are.
And I don't feel like anything fucking sussy. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. So they did screenshot some, and I do feel fucking terrible.
It feels terrible.
Because I didn't even realize, like, some of the characters were underage.
Every fucking time. Every single fucking time.
Well, first of all, Your Honor, I didn't know.
Your Honor, I didn't know she was 16 years old. My bad, dog. My bad. I feel bad. I feel bad. I really do, dog. I'm gonna go my bad on that one, Chief. 10 out of 10. 10 out of... Again, chat. How are you gonna be a... And... It's a double whammy. Like, good lord. Maybe it is for the best that you suck dick for money. Good lord.
No, they were underage. And, of course, this is her standard, right? She's calling people predators.
10,000 IQ.
Over fictional content and saying this company is selling body pillows featuring CP And her excuse when she gets caught with that stuff in her likes is that she didn't know any better. But as I will point out in this video, it's pretty clear that she's a massive hypocrite. I'm going to do you a favor here and get you a whole host of images you can see on the screen. This is like the diet version of what I'm going to do. These are underage characters. There's a lot worse in her likes. There's characters elementary school aged and actual lolicon. But I'm going to start with the high school age characters, a little compilation. And she'll later state she doesn't know anything about anime, so I'm going to give her a little bit of a lesson on these characters. So right there, you got Nagatoro.
Got Professor Rev?
Who is 15.
Yep,
Hatsune
15.
Miku.
16.
16.
Yep.
Hitori from Bocchi the Rock, who is 16.
I do not remember 16.
Komi-san, who's between the
I think she was 15 or 16.
ages of 15 to 17 in that series. You have Karin from Blue Archive, who is 16 for her. Spider-Gwen, who in the Spider-Verse...
I don't know how old she is, but she's definitely not over 18.
Era is between 14 to 16 from what I can see. And, you know, every single image on this screen would make her a predator for liking them if you...
Deep fried. Throw her in the slammer!
Apply
throw away the key!
Standards back to her. Now...
Can't believe she was gooning to drawings, chat. It's actually so over.
And then there's the Marin Kitagawa wall as well, but...
Yep, and I believe she is also 16 or 15.
Of course, this goes back to that era with likes being public.
God, dude, such a good era, man. Elon, please make likes public again. Please, Elon. I don't know who should I be begging, Nikita or Elon? I don't know. Whoever. Just make likes public again.
Like, it was so easy
be some real motherfuckers
to expose people spouting off about fictional content and thinking they have the moral high ground when in reality they're massive hypocrites, but it gets way worse than that. So that's just kind of a blanket easy statement right there where it's like she says anything that's underage, you're a predator for liking characters depicted in that sort of a way. There's a huge compilation of screenshots, and by the way, Marin Kitagawa is 15 years old in My Dress Up Darling, just to confirm that. But she also goes on to make other excuses, basically saying the characters she likes are similar in appearance to her VTuber model. And, well, that is a standard I don't think she really wanted to bring up.
Yeah, you really shot yourself in the foot with that one, didn't you, genius?
Because it just makes her look even worse.
You're being a whore with a model that resembles those characters, so you're looting a model that's between the ages of what? 4? You know what? Let's be a little bit generous, okay? Let's consider Gwen an outlier, so let's not count the 14. Let's say an average of between 15 and 16, okay? That was more or less her average age, you know, from what we saw there, the little bit we saw there, right? So you gotta, you're looting a model that's somewhere between the ages of 15 and 16. Okay, big dog.
Drop.
And they're not like little lolly-looking avatars either. They're like full-blown art pieces, and they look very well endowed, like women. They look like my avatars.
Well endowed.
What? Have you ever heard of a big boobed lolly? Are you familiar with that? Have you heard of this concept? It's pretty peak. Can't lie. It's pretty cinema.
And they look like her model. Wow.
I'm an uneducated anime person, and I guess that's my fault.
Yeah, off, you stupid. Go be a or else, you fucking tourist.
Yeah, so this is the part of the video where I'm just gonna put the worst stuff on the screen. These are all elementary school.
Hey, Rev was a demon back in the day, man. He was a different breed.
Aged
my goat was merciless.
Characters and /or hardcore lolicon.
Some light.
I will spare you the description here, but like most of these characters are in elementary school or middle school, and she was describing these characters as well endowed and that they looked just like her own VTuber model that is more busty, of course.
Well, that's not very good now, is it? According to your standards, that's pretty problematic. Criminal, even.
I mean, it's just insane levels of hypocrisy. And this was really the reason why I made this video back in 2023. Because not only did she get caught on Twitter being a hypocrite, but she went on stream like this, making her heart-wrenching soliloquy, defending herself and deflecting any sort of blame, taking zero accountability, but also name-dropping me as well.
Ooh, got a name drop?
I don't read manga, so I do feel fucking terrible. I
fucking
didn't know
tourist.
that some of them were underage because they're like well endowed, they look like adults. But that's the thing also, like, I feel bad. I didn't know they were under, like, Rev said.
God, spare me the bullshit, man. Spare me the, God, it just pisses me off, man.
Is Desu?
Spare me, Rev, please. I don't want to listen to this bitch anymore.
Oh, that's like a random account.
A random account. Okay.
It's just a random account. Well, that random account is
just a random chud!
Still here in 2026, Kawaii Grin, and here I am still making YouTube videos, and here you are at OffKai Expo.
Being a
doing a meet and greet for Fansly. How
the mighty have fallen.
have evolved over the years, but this all goes back to the standards at OffKai, right? They banned Kirsch over wrongthink.
Fun crazy.
But they allow this person who has a history of slandering companies and being a massive hypocrite and a tourist who doesn't know anything about anime or manga but calls people predators over the same content she consumes as well from those mediums. It's just insane. It's just insane. It really reflects terribly on this convention. And now she's there working with this booth that is accessible to minors as young as 13. Where's that moral high ground she used to have, right? She would virtue signal about this stuff so hard back in the day, but has no problem working with this convention.
Rev, the whore is trying to make money. Please understand. Okay?
Knowing full well, minors as young as 13 will be walking around and have access to this booth she is doing a meet and greet at, where she is promoting herself in a very, let's just say, risque
a tad
sort of way, not to mention the fact that we have the whole QR code situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a terrible look. I'm not some prude. I'm sorry. Like, I am not some prude for saying that VTuber and anime conventions should have guardrails in place to prevent minors from accessing adult content.
There you have it, chat. It is that simple. If they just did something like that, make the convention 18 plus. If they don't want to make it 18 plus, put it somewhere, you know, that's out of the way. Got curtains and you got a security guard there making sure everyone's over the age of 18. You just had to do one of those two. And dickheads like me would probably not even talk about it. I probably wouldn't even know any of these fucking bitches. Any of the V-bimbo bitches. None of this would have exploded the way it did if they simply did that. One of those two.
Is that woke of me? Is that too woke of me? Like,
Rev is becoming one of those woke right wingers.
It's so simple. They
The woke right
18 plus convention, or at the very least, made this sort of stuff in the yabai market, which is supposed to be for adults.
Yep.
The reason why they didn't
that
do that
easy, chat.
flabbergasts me. I don't understand why they wouldn't do that in the first place. It seems totally irresponsible. But hey, that's the situation we're in now, and as they conclude their convention, I hope it was all worth it, because their reputation has continued to take a massive blow thanks to their antics this year. But that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed, please
I know,
consider
man,
giving
like,
the video a like.
OffKai has one hell of a reputation. Like, they had the whole Kirsha stuff, they had the Face Connect stuff, and now this? They just keep piling on the reasons on why to not go to fucking OffKai. It's fucking crazy. Like, I wanted to go to OffKai in the past, but after the Kirsha stuff, I was checked out. I had no interest in OffKai. And, you know, they just keep adding to the list of reasons why I do not give a single shit about, you know, OffKai. And it's honestly surprising to me that, you know, they're still managing to, you know, do the thing. It's pretty impressive.
Subscribing and turning on notifications for daily uploads, as well as multiple streams every week live here on YouTube. But overall, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time.
There you have it, gamers. That is the Fansly situation. That is the deal. That is the sitch, as the cool kids like to say. Again, you know, just broken fucking record here, but literally all they had to do was make this an 18+ convention. Or, again, you know, just make it like an after hours thing, put it off in the corner with curtains, you know, something. But, I mean, again, they didn't do it because of money. The reputation of OffKai just continues to fucking tank. Absolute cinema. Absolute fucking cinema.